Okay, so the other thing we're going to be working on with 3D shapes is volume. And so volume, if you think about it, is the total space something takes up. And then that means more than that, it's like how you fill it. So for instance, a paint can, right? Like the total space it takes up is like you put it in your closet, it's going to take up the area. But how much paint is actually in the can is the volume, okay? Or soup or whatever. So again, all of these are on workbook page 160 and on Schoology. So to find the volume of a prism, so there's multiple types of prisms: triangular prisms, rectangular prisms, hexagonal prisms, right? Any type of shape can become a prism. We do this capital B stands for area of the base. So if I were to look at this right here, it is a rectangular prism. Here's my base, okay? It's either on the top or the bottom. Well, how do you find the area of a rectangle? That's 4 times 2. Okay, so that's the area of the base. Then we're looking for the height of this here. Well, the height in this case is also 2 times 2. And then so that might be where you know length times width times height to find the area of a rectangular prism. And that is why. It's because you find the area of the base first. So 8 times 2, it's 16 feet. And then now here we do cubed, not feet squared. So that's how you find the volume of a prism. So volume of a cylinder. Volume equals pi r squared times the height. Well, think about pi r squared. That's the base, right? The circle here. So it's telling me that this total diameter is 12. So my radius is 6 kilometers. So our volume is pi times 6 squared times 8. So you got to remember, there's a lot of your examples are going to be giving you a diameter, not the radius. So you got to make sure you cut it in half. And then you're still rounding it to the nearest hundredth, so you'll type it out. So this would be 904.78 kilometers cubed. Okay. Sphere, pretty easy. Most of these are formulas. You kind of just got to know how to use them. So volume equals 4/3 pi, and then this is 3 cubed. So 4/3 times pi times 3 cubed. And I get 113.10 inches cubed. Okay. So when I rounded this one, it was 0.097. Well, since I have to round that one up, that's why I got 0.10. Okay. All right. So volume of a pyramid. So these ones are a little bit more confusing, I think, just because pyramids are kind of weird to see. So the base, in this case, it's this bottom right triangle, okay? So the volume here, so to find the area of that base, we'll think about how do you find the area of a triangle. It's base times height of that, the base triangle, and then you divide it by 2. So that would be that one. And then the height of this pyramid is this one that's going straight up, and that's the 7 feet. Okay, so I'm going to do 6 times 8 divided by 2. So that's 1/3 times 24 times 7. So that gives me 56 feet cubed. And then that's the volume for that one. Okay. All right. And last shape, volume of a cone. So cone is a pyramid basically, but it always has a circular base. And again, we got to cut that in half. So the radius is 4 feet. So, oops, I don't know what I am clicking. Volume equals 1/3 pi times 4 squared times the height of 11. So 1/3 times pi times 16 times 11. So I get 184.31 feet cubed. There we go. So not too bad. All right, so that is how you do volume of a shape.